Once the temperature reaches 136 degrees Fahrenheit, the virus falls apart and just it disintegrates, okay? And I said, well, how would you get the temperature up to 132 degrees? The answer was you use a blow dryer because it's capable of doing that. So you hold a blow dryer in front of your face and you inhale.
Yeah, you are not going to believe this. You are just truly not going to believe this. You know, that doofball, Mr. Bryant Culpepper. Yeah. Well, I got some news today, and we're going to talk about that news. But I found a few other things that my loyal armed fisherman crew sent me. And for the people that have been talking about Mississippi, I've seen some of it. I'm going to get there. Let me get through some of the stuff that I got going on right now. But we're going to talk about Mr. Culpepper today. And so there's nothing more fitting than getting a video of Mr. Culpepper when he was a commissioner. And so I figured, let's play this video real quick and let's see how he was as a commissioner. And if you laugh, you have to put laughing emojis in the friggin' comment section, okay? If you start laughing, you better put a comment in the comment section with nothing but laughing emojis. All right? So let's get to it.
This might sound kind of silly, but being in the medical field that I was as a paramedic, it started to make a lot of sense. One of the things that was pointed out in this interview with one of the doctors, foremost doctors that has studied the virus, says that the nasal passages and the nasal membranes are the coolest part of the body. That's why the virus tends to go there until it then becomes healthy enough to go into the lungs. This sounds really goofy, and it did to me too, but it works. Once the temperature reaches 136 degrees Fahrenheit, the virus falls apart and just it disintegrates, okay? And I said, well, how would you get the temperature up to 132 degrees? The answer was you use a blow dryer because it's capable of doing that. So you hold a blow dryer in front of your face and you inhale with your nose, and it kills all the viruses in your nose. So that sounds like a really simplified way of doing things, but sometimes the cures for some of these diseases are very simple. And also, like if you're worried about it going into your lungs, just that's where it goes and turns into pneumonia. You can also put a pan of water on the stove where it starts to make steam and inhale it. So it sounds almost too easy. But at this point, I think, you know, anything is worth trying. Just want to pass that off because that doesn't cost anything. Most everybody has a blow dryer. Everybody has a stove and can heat water up and can inhale that water. And you can also through your nose, and that also will kill it.
Did you just hear that shit? Like I said, laughing emojis down in the chat, down in the comment section. Come on, folks. Come on. You gotta hit it. Dude, take that blow dryer or take that friggin' nice 212 degrees boiling steam and just stick your face over it and go.
Okay.
So I would just caution residents to, you know, if there's lots of misinformation out there, and in fact, we just got notified today that we had to immediately identify a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week phone number that the Department of Health could answer from poison control because, you know, we're hearing and learning a lot on social media, and there's just a lot of misinformation on how to cure this disease. And, you know, I personally would just leave that to your medical provider. I've heard so much, you know, just sad information about, you know, how to cure this virus, and it's a new virus. That's why they call it. You know, just you're right. It does in the especially in the elderly turn into pneumonia, and that's ultimately, you know, why some of these elder population pass, and it's such a tragedy that's what it's coming to. But you know, just caution on the, you know, mechanisms of, you know, trying to treat this on your own and leave that up to the medical professionals to be able to do that for you.
Social media, I would not even have brought that up. This was on OAN and One American News Network, which is the fastest growing national network on cable. And it's the new Fox News, if you want to know the truth. And it was a doctor, and it did have his credentials, that he has been one of the foremost doctors in studying, how this is transmitted. And that's where that came from. And I agree with you. There's a lot of baloney out there on social media. You've got to be very careful.
Okay, well then you get off that flag. Let me tell you what, mister. Don't you get away from me.
You see this, officer?
Yes.
Officer?
Yes.
Right here. He just touched me. He just touched me. I didn't do anything. Yeah, I can point all I want. Get that guy out of here. Thank you, sir. At least they were nice enough to put it in the front for you.
You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
Now, you're probably wondering, why? Why, Mike? Why are you trying to play the same old video? I'm not. I've got an update. Hold on. Let me get some notes real quick. All right. Here we go. Ready? Well, do not show up to Okeechobee on the 21st of this month. 21st is off limits. Because, you want to know why? Drum roll, please. Well, the morphine judge, William Wallace, had to recuse himself. I don't know why yet, but he recused himself from this court date. So on the 21st of April, the court case is no longer going on. There's a new judge presiding over this. Whenever I find out when the next court date, once again, I just found this out. The judge is Judge Mullins. You'll probably see a picture up there. Please, do not call, don't do anything. Like, unless you know something secretive that she's involved in, I don't care. What I do want is that I've been calling them, and I'm trying to get a camera inside the courtroom on the day of his arraignment. Like I said, the morphine judge, William Wallace, has recused himself from Bryant Culpepper's court case on the 21st at 9 a.m. So do not show up. I will not be there. Thank you, Lord. I mean, it sucks, but it's actually a good thing, because I don't think it would have gone more beneficial for Bryant Culpepper if he would have been the judge. So that being said, remember, do not show up on the 21st. But we are going to be showing up on the 10th in Okeechobee at 9 a.m. Links are in the description. We've also got Flagler Beach on the 10th. Links are in the description. And now Okeechobee 21st is no-go. The second I find out whenever this new court date comes out, you will be the first one to know. So please, share this everywhere. Let everybody know that this court date they didn't dismiss it. They didn't do anything. They just put it to a different judge, which is more beneficial to get a fair trial, at least in my eyes. Leave your comment down below if you think, in your opinion, that was the right thing to do. So don't forget, hit that like, share, and that subscribe button, and I'm out of here. Soliaker, deuces.